88.1 FM, 89.5, 89.1, 103.1, 103.5, 104.1, and 104.7 FM. Listen and view on DBS Radio Facebook Live and on YouTube. Give us 90 minutes and we will strengthen the connection between Dominicans residing in the lovely Nature Isle and Dominicans residing abroad. National Broadcaster DBS continues its quest to highlight and celebrate the achievements of Dominicans. We will discuss the highs and lows, the challenges and successes. Give us 90 minutes and we will solidify the connections we share with Dominicans all over. Anu celebrate achievement Dominice to all latte. Connecting the dots. Tune in this Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Come join us as we weave a tapestry and strengthen our connections. ASU Radio DBS.
Stories have been told.
Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. We are ready. No power way. Let's share the live, okay? We are on. We're connecting the dots on DBS Radio. Let us share the live. We're going to have a big program again today. Interesting discussion. Welcome aboard the CTD plane family. We are using the plane today, eh? The CTD train is getting a spray job, so we are using the CTD plane. And we are ready for takeoff. I think there's a slight drizzle on the outside. So please fasten your seat belts at this time and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartment. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Nigel Francis is our pilot this morning, so there are reasons to worry. But I'm confident we'll reach our destination. Nigel, come on while.
What's up, my dear?
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Watching you close, your seat belts are buckled and you're ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff.
Looking at your the runway looks clear. Clear skies, so it should be a smooth flight. Should be cruising. Should get up to about 10,000 feet in a little bit. I have been coached by the guests. So they have all been part of this flight, and I think we're ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff. Okay.
Sit back, relax, enjoy, and get ready.
Okay. Moi, j'espère.
Jordi là, c'est jour.
Moi, yes, boy. I think I'll vomit on that flight.
Today is going to be a good day for you.
Yes. And I suspect I'll be a no-show, yeah? Once more guests come on. Because let me tell you something, Nigel. I'm still knocking my head to find out where I went wrong, How could I agree to something like this, Munchi?
When I see that and I see the thumbs up, I say, okay.
To sit on an SMA rendezvous? I mean, come on, Nigel.
I say something happened.
Boy. 4 guests plus
like,
you,
what's
Nigel.
What's going on here?
And Moyon, a DGS old girl. It's a good thing. You see, that's why I brought on Jerry Lloyd a little earlier, so you can have at least
Yes,
DJ.
so you could have a little balance.
But Sapa right there, that's not fair.
No, Sapa right at all. How did that happen?
I don't know. But I will.
I don't know who allowed that to happen.
I will be cutting off people if they say in SMA too many times. So, so these are the house rules. Don't say SMA. I mean, come on, we know it's SMA already. So let's just go with the flow and just leave on the name of it. But we'll see. So what's the book saying? Anybody on Nigel?
Well, yes. I mean, the let's see who's on our book here now. Glenda Shillingford, good morning to you. Early this morning, Rennick Thomas. I'm not sure why he's so early, but Rennick Thomas, good morning to you. So I appreciate
the SME old boys will be there.
Yes, Papa, they're not there this morning there. Yes, they're giving them their foot except me. Alvin Thomas is on. He early too this morning. Yes, good morning. Yes.
I see how
he say I'm there early o'clock. And he wants to tell you a special good morning this morning. I don't know why it's special. I don't know why it's special, but he wants to tell you a special good morning.
Same to you. Thank you. Bessie.
Hey, good morning to you, Miguel Murphy, who is of course there, and all the other people who are logging on. Edwin Thomas is here. A wonderful day to you, Ivona. From all my love to you today. Today is a very special. You have one long thing there for you today.
Yes, me. I looked at LinkedIn this morning. I see somebody promoting us big time there. Maybe we can read it out, because I just love it. But yeah,
that's the whole idea, And of course, good morning to Josephine Francis out there in Wharton Waven, locked in as well, and all those who are logging in. Winnie Green, Vincent Gregory, good morning to you. Happy Saturday. And looking like it's looking like it's going to be a reunion this morning. I don't know why.
Yes, sir, Papa.
But good morning to all of you. Appreciate you, of course, connecting as always. Irvin Hale, good morning. And all those who are logging on, good morning to you. It's nice to be here with you again for connecting the dots, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it should be good. I look forward to it myself, Nigel. And I also look forward to January, around the time of January 16, of course, God willing, next year. Because on January 16 every year, of course, Dominica Grammar School celebrates its Founders Day.
Yes. So, what day is that going to be next year on the 16th of January?
I cannot recall what day. No, I did not
January 16th. Let's see if we can find a calendar.
You have a calendar close?
January 16th, where are you? Okay, 6 Monday. I think it's a Thursday.
A Thursday, okay. Anyway, so this Saturday, we'll have it the Saturday before and the Saturday after.
So the Saturday before.
And the Saturday after again. So.
And then the Saturday after. That's okay. Double play.
No, but Nigel, yes, I was saying that someone sent something in LinkedIn. I just did not check the name. And from the St. Mary's Academy Alumni Infrastructural and Development Fund. And it's saying that DBS Radio invites you to Connecting the Dots, a special event celebrating the legacy and achievements of St. Mary's Academy in Dominica. Join hosts Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis on Saturday, December 7th from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Boy, that's big promotion, Nigel?
Yes, that's lovely.
An engaging session featuring stories and reflections from esteemed guests, including Sylvia John Baptist, principal of the SMA, and alumni Tariq Rule, Gary Moore, and Sylvester Henry. This event promises to honor SMA's impact on its community and beyond. Tune in live and on Facebook and on and everything, and so big up for this promotion.
Yes, this is beautifully said and well done. To that individual for allowing that to happen. We certainly appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Rennick Thomas wants to say, I'm looking at the sky and I'm no longer seeing this aircraft. Our destination is now set, ready for takeoff.
Yes, sir, Papa. Yes, sir, Papa.
Yes.
Anyway, Nigel, we go. I'm not taking too much time. Then in only business there. So before people have to say, because they say we just saying and talking. So let us go. And donkey have no rights in horses race. So. By the way, quickly though, Reverend Father Charles Martin.
Yes.
Yeah. He was a priest for 39 years, I think.
39 years, yes. My dear priest who actually officiated at my wedding ceremony, who was always at home, always to come and see Mama, make sure he came to give her, communion every Sunday. And he would come by and spend almost the whole day at home all the time. So, my dear priest and friend. Yeah. Soul rest in peace. Yes.
So we can go to the Dominica corner now quickly, and then we pray and bring on the guests. So my turn, man, for the Dominica corner.
Your turn. Go ahead.
Man, I'm saying nothing relating to SME. Just quickly.
No.
You know that song C is for the Christ child, born, you know, that's Christmas song.
Oh, that
Spelling
Christmas
the
song.
entire
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes.
So change the word in Nigeria and use some of the Christmas traditions in the Commonwealth. But doesn't mean C is for cake.
Yeah.
Come on with something, you know, different, like C is for, you know,
C
pig in
is
Creole,
for,
you know, something like that.
C is for our Creole language that we love so much.
All right.
H is for the H is for the
You SME, you go ahead.
yes, H. I don't use nothing SME this morning. H is for the hills that we're so blessed with. R is for the rivers that continue to transverse through our country. I is for the inspiration that we get from all our educational institutions.
But you could have just said I is for Ivona, that quote that is a awesome.
Oh, I is for Ivona, our beautiful co-host that always reminds us of the school she went. S is for S. No, S is for, I wouldn't say that one. S is for S. No, S is for the special times we've always shared.
Yes, I am.
And T is for. Okay, you know what? I say those there. You say the rest. Your turn.
Okay, stick. Somebody help me out. T is for what? Tabak zombie. I tell you guys.
Right.
And then M is for. I mean, I know what M is for, but I'm looking for something that is really traditional, maybe a Creole word. Somebody help me. Come on, Kiwana. M is for what now? Wait, somebody help me on the live there now, please. M is for what? my other name, but I will not say the name. So let's move on.
But
so
you don't say the
my
name.
other name.
Yeah.
And A is for what? Somebody help me
It's for the A now. A is for the
producer.
You want me to change the background?
It's in the background. Who's in that? A is for Alvin.
Yes, and Alvin
Who jumps in now and then.
Yeah, and S is for
And S is for Seaweek.
okay. Okay, let's leave it at that. Nigel, let's put ourselves in the mood for prayer. Like it's time to pray, Nigel. You have the prayer.
As always. We always love to connect
the prayer
with
was,
the
yes.
so.
The prayer was given
Heavenly
to us by
Father.
the old boy of the SMA. Yes, let's go.
It's always just to pray and work, you know. All right, Labora. Look for trouble today. But Heavenly Father, creator of mankind and the universe, we thank thee for the gift of life today and all the blessings you continue to bestow on your children. We seek your presence and intervention throughout this program, and we ask that you keep us connected always. We also pray for the success of the program, its coordinators and listeners, that they may find purpose and enjoy what we share. Bless our radio station and the nation, and may we grow to love and unite with each other, irrespective of our differences. All this we ask in your name, now and forever. Amen. And amen.
Amen. So everybody's on, right?
Let's see. Everybody's on.
So everybody
yes,
can put on
I
their
see,
video now.
They can,
Yeah,
show
come on.
their faces, but I think everybody's on now.
Okay, all right. I'm not seeing anybody. Okay, I see.
Let's see. Okay, yes.
All
I
right.
see Sylvia Baptist is on. I see Tariq Roll is on.
Okay, so everybody's there.
Sylvester Henry is on.
No, Gary Moore is not there. As well.
And I see Gary, who was on earlier. I'm not sure what happened. He disappeared too. But he's here. And of course, he's here, by the way, with someone who's going to be our guest at some point, his lovely daughter. And I will, we'll tell you why she's going to be our guest.
Sure.
On Connecting the Dots, because she does some wonderful things with broadcasting and media and stuff.
Yeah, we'll welcome her in a big way.
Yes, we'll welcome her as well. So everyone is on. Beautiful to have you guys.
So Nigel, you'll
nice.
Bring on the SMA, as I say, just there.
Well, I was saying, it would be nice to hear you say.
What can I say about the SMA?
Nice.
As I told you, I have links to the SMA as well. I used to go to the SMA too, in the afternoon. I used to do afternoon classes at the SMA. I did history with Mr. Volney. I also did math at the SMA in the afternoon. My brother was a teacher at the SMA for many years, so I was always at the SMA. So just mind me. All right,
but you're always connected there, so it's nice.
Really
it's nice to have the connection, though. We appreciate everyone joining and connecting.
We really have
this
to
Saturday on Connecting the Dots is going to be an hour plus of good fun. and information as well. If you've not been part of this program before, feel relaxed, feel good. We always connect and we make you feel like you're home. So, if you had a little bit of shakiness and nervousness, then we're all good.
We all good.
So,
Let's
I think we
bring
should
it
start with the lady first. I think we should connect with her first, and then we can go down the line, right? Have you met her before? Of course you have, right?
You're talking
You met
about,
Sylvia before, right?
but of course.
Of course.
I know Sylvia very long ago.
Very long
Very,
ago.
very long
So
ago. Back at
long.
convent prep days, and she'll understand. She'll understand. Yes.
Good morning to you, Mr. Sylvia John Baptist. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Nigel. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. And how are you doing?
I am doing well. On a Saturday when I connect with Ivona and we connect people all over the globe, it's always a beautiful thing. So I'm doing wonderful. It's good to have you and connecting the dots to, share your story and share SMA's story and, all the rest of it and try to connect the dots as we do.
Yeah.
So we'll get a lot more into this, but just kind of briefly though, General, who is Sylvia? What part of the world are you from?
Well, Sylvia Joseph John Baptist, put it that way, is from Grenada originally. Yes, I was born there. I was educated there part of my life. I went to St. Joseph's Convent in Grenville. I started my teaching career in Grenada. I taught at Catholic schools and also government schools. Before coming to St. Mary's Academy to take on the position as a teacher of agricultural science when Mr. Rupert Sorrento, retired. I started there in 2004, September 2004, and in September 2018, I was called to serve as principal of St. Mary's Academy until present.
Beautiful.
My husband is a graduate from St. Mary's Academy. I don't know what is the thing. In Grenada, we have the same thing where the convent girls used to check the PBC boys. I taught at the Presentation Brothers College, which is a school like SMA. And then I tried to get away from that, I guess. And I came to Dominica only to marry an SMA boy. So the SMA PBC convent business is continued.
Talk about connections, Nigel.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that, and I'm sure all the guys who are on this who is connecting with us, will have their own stories to recall of that special hill that we had to climb, and the afternoons that we connected. Not sure if that connection still continues. I hope it does, because it's always good to connect with your sister school. So of course, Sylvia, we're going to be getting a lot more in terms of SMA. Since you've been principal, what's been going on there and what's happening. But let's move to someone else. Tarek, I'm going to go left to right. So good morning to you, my brother. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. It's Saturday. We connect. So tell us in terms of, first of all, what part of Dominica are you from? General, who is Tarek?
Well, my name is Tarek Rowe. I'm from Hillsborough, Layu. I went to SMA. Well, I graduated in 2006. Well, I went through St. Mary's Primary and then moved on to St. Mary's Academy after. From SMA, I went on to further my studies in Florida, studying construction management. And I've been the diocesan engineer for the Catholic Church for the past 4 years, where I look after all the Catholic buildings, properties, including the schools in terms of renovation, maintenance, and those sort of things. And I'm here right now to assist my alumni in giving back and helping repair from Hurricane Maria.
Wow, I love that, Nigel. And the SMA, of course, well, you know that. You went to SMA, that co-ed institution that, that allows young men to enhance the education, to learn more, to give them more knowledge, and also whilst doing this, being part of a Christian community, and you see what he's involved in even at this age, Nigel. So hats off.
Yes, and that's a good thing about it, and of course, Tarek will be finding out in terms of your school days at the SMA, what it was like and everything else. We'll try and do the connection within the time that we have. Mr. Sylvester Henry, good morning. Nice to connect with you. What part of Dominica are you from?
Sylvester Henry, I'm not sure if he's
on
mute.
I think you're on mute still.
You may be on mute.
When you get a chance, yes, he's ready now.
Okay,
so yes,
ready, yes.
I'm
nice
Sylvester
to connect.
Henry. I'm from Point Michel.
Ose moun la pouet.
Mose moun la pouet, mose parle Creole.
Okay, bon.
I first went to a Catholic school, which is St. Luke's Primary School. It's also Catholic. And then I moved to SMA in 1974, graduated in 1979. I then taught at SM. I went to sixth form college. And after sixth form college, I had a 2-year stint of teaching at St. Mary's Academy. I then moved on to the UK, where I did some accounting studies, and came back to Dominica, where I took up a job at DBMC as a general accounting officer, then moved to assistant financial controller. From there, I moved on to HHV Research, where I served almost over 11 years as the financial controller. After that, I migrated to the USA, where I've been working more or less in most of the time in non-for-profits.
All right. And of course, we'll be finding out about the times of the SMA, what it was like back then in terms of what was going on, and also in terms of Dominica and the community and country and everything else. Mr. Gary Moore, is he there? Yes, Mr. Gary, and I, that's my guy, Mr. Gary. Snaky Moore. Used to call him Snaky back then, man.
Okay.
Yes, and he'll tell you why. You know what I mean? Real. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, basketball pros and all the rest of it from the Grand Bay area. But tell us, I mean, what part of Dominica are you from?
I thought you were gonna give me some more vibes, man. Because
Nigel
at SMA, I took your award from you, the history award, and you took it back from me at 6 months college, man.
Hey, look, I'm learning something there. So you took the award from Nigel and he took it back.
Yeah, I took it from him.
Okay. All right.
The history award.
Nigel, you cried?
Anyway,
Nigel, did you cry that time?
We sat in the same class at SMA, and we moved over to sixth form college. And from then, I got a job at Grand Bay Elementary School. After a certain time, I went to Teachers College. And when I came back, I was one of the architects to set up the high school in Grand Bay, before it was known as Pierre Charles High School currently. From that, I immigrated to the U.S. I studied at George Mason University. I got a master's degree from them in transportation, operational logistics. I've got a bachelor's degree in international relations, and I've got an associate degree in international studies. I was very fortunate because of my educational background from Dominica to hold a very lucrative position with Fairfax County Office for Children as a supervisor, which I did in the capacity for 28-something years. I retired in 2021, but came back in the school system just assisting kids. So you can say currently for the last 42 years, I have been directly involved in kids' education nonstop. Wow. So that's what I do. On the other note, it's funny, because currently I'm the only African-American person at my school, but that's okay. Oh, yeah? I've had the opportunity to go to various schools of teaching them basketball. Can you believe that? Small place like Dominica. Yeah? And then here am I teaching kids. They've got professional basketball players, but I am in the spotlight, And in the 80s, it was just phenomenal, because I've got something to say about basketball. Do you know that it's really originated from SMA? Yes, from the French. Yes, from the Christian brothers. They were the ones who really started the basketball. And at that time, there were two folks from Grand Bay. I think Patrick Henry Deceased Lambert Henry's Lambert Henderson.
Henderson, right?
Patrick Henderson, and also Perez Centile. They were the ones who really started off the whole basketball stuff. It was known as pros, and we had our legacy. We won a couple of championships, but basketball has always been a pivotal part in SMA community. So that's me.
Okay, usa pale Creole aussi?
Oui, musa pale Creole. Guabe mo fait, oui.
Now, who's that lovely lady you have with you?
Yeah, well, yeah. This is my daughter, internationally owned communicator. She does everything in White House. She's just a really prolific person in the DMV metropolitan area in Washington D.C. So she's Chandel Moore. In case you hear that name, I think she hosted the Caribbean Queen show in.
I heard the name though. I heard the name.
Yeah, so that's her. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is my amazing dad. As you can see, he has a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. And once again, my name is Chandel Moore. I'm very excited to be here. I am a media person, so I own my own company, Motivational More. We are a multimedia and communications company elevating the human consciousness. So we produce inspirational content on multiple platforms: music, film, television, motivational speaking. Prior to launching my business, I was a television anchor at the Fox affiliate in Baltimore. So I did that for years before making the big jump to be an entrepreneur. And I'm also a former Miss Caribbean Metro USA. And I'm so excited because the reason why I'm here is I want to leverage the media platform with this amazing cause and organization. So I'm excited to bring my media and communication expertise to the table.
All right. Well, stick around.
You understand why we have to have her as a separate
guest?
Yes,
a separate guest. Sure.
Yes.
We'll do that soon.
So we'll connect you as a separate
Absolutely. Let's do it. And I love your energy, King. Both of y'all energy.
Beautiful.
I'm like, yes,
Appreciate
I love
that.
their energy.
Appreciate that.
She
You guys are one.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, man. So we look forward to having you as a guest. We'll have fun. When you come on, we'll have fun.
Oh yes, we'll be sharing that. So let's kind of go back a little as we kind of do the connection because we have cross-generational right here. Yeah. In a sense, we have Tarek. That's probably his days at SMA and his days in Dominica might be a little bit different than those who passed through there before. Sylvia, in terms of like school days and so on, just general, I mean, what was it like for you in those days growing up?
In Grenada?
In Grenada.
Well, I had a typical childhood thing. Don't mind. I had a very, very strict father. My mother was the softer one. And so some of his varying things, rubbed off on me a lot. I mean, being strict, being firm and stern and so. And I went to school. You did what you had to do. A lot was expected of you. And so you couldn't mess up. There was very little room for messing up. I had fun. We had cultural and sports and so sporting activities beside the academics. One of the things about the Catholic schools, I must say, because I went to Catholic school all through my life, well, except for university, they didn't just concentrate on the academics, but they concentrated on the whole child. And so there was formation and then education. You had to play a part in the community. You had to, and learn to do various things that, of course, you had to learn to cook and wash. And yes, I had to learn to climb a mango tree and, pick a coconut, pick a breadfruit. That's how, because I grew up in St. Andrews, which is considered the breadbasket is in the East. It's considered the breadbasket of Grenada. So I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. I grew up during the People's Revolutionary government. And yes, I got my political education. And it helped a great deal. You learn to be resilient. To be honest, we didn't have time to really complain much or to say, look at what we did not have. We had to harness what we had and move on. So the drive was always to get yourself, as a young woman, my father said, you get yourself educated. And one of the things that, based on what I saw, in the community too, because most women were the were stay-at-home moms, and then the fathers were the ones out. And sometimes you had, a kind of imbalance there with economics. So I was determined to get my education straightened out first, and then I'll think about all this nice lovey-dovey marriage and family and so. So for me, I had my 2 feet on the ground. I
Nice.
went to I went to after I went to school in Trinidad to do my education, my diploma in agriculture at ECAF, Eastern Caribbean Institute of Agriculture and Forestry, which I had a good time in Trinidad. It was nice. It was tough, but it was nice. We had that camaraderie among our, my batchmates, and it was very good. And then I went on to study at it prepared me very well for university in the States. And but growing up as a child, I had a childhood. It was strict, but it was good. Compared to now, I'm saying there are lots of things that I see the children are missing out on, and it's sad, but thank God we didn't have computers and cell phone. We knew to go outside and play and get off it dirty when the rain falling. My mother put a plastic bag on my head, and you go out and you bathe in the rain, you play in the rain, and drank water from the standpipe on the way to school, broke the golden apple. Oh, you call it pomsite, green pomsite, going people grapefruit and orange running by the side of the road. Ask somebody, they'll see your teeth one, you share it. So
Yeah.
amazing childhood.
Amazing. You know what I love about this is you notice when Sylvia talking about her childhood, you see how the Grenada accent that just come through, and then when she gets back into her SMA principal, you get the Caribbean Dominican accent. Yes. Beautiful. By the way, I'm Chandel. Jane, your cousin says good morning to you. Jane Anslem. She says she's so proud of you. She's nice to see you on. So
love her.
Yes. And Jane Shapley wants to tell Gary Moore, it's been so long we haven't seen you, but it's nice to connect again. So,
right,
like we say, on this program, it's always like a reunion that happens.
Yeah. And Miguel Murphy Nigel is saying, go Chandel.
Hey.
Alvin is saying, you see the talent that SMA have?
Of course.
Yes.
And one of the beautiful things that we always have is that there's always a conversation that's going on the Facebook page and the YouTube page by itself. So people are having their own little conversations, linking up with each other that they haven't seen for a while. So Sylvia, you mentioned about the rain falling and you would go out there and play on the rain. And I see Tariq was smiling. Tariq saying, but I never had those days, So Tariq, in terms of you growing up, going to SMA and your childhood days, what was it like for you? Because I know the cell phone and everything, when Sylvia mentioned that, you were like, but that's normal, man, to have my cell phone. What are you talking about?
I think for me, the biggest difference now that I see versus when I went to SMA was social media. We did not have social media back then. Although towards when I was in 4th form, 5th form, I think High Five.
I just want to say that, yes.
MySpace. So, but it wasn't as big as it is right now.
My goodness.
And that is one of the major differences. And in terms of cell phones, we didn't have the type of smartphones that we have today. It was more like the Nokia. We used to call it Dokia because you'd throw it down, it would fall down, you just put it back up together, and it works.
Yep.
But do you think, though, Tariq, in terms of that, do you think the distraction from what Sylvia was mentioning, we didn't have those things? Do you think as a young person that there's probably more distraction now with these devices and stuff?
Oh, definitely. These devices were like the phones, the social media. It's very distracting. So I can agree to that. Back then, you used to go outside more, you would do other things. But right now, with social media and everything that's available, it's attention, to grab your attention is very difficult.
Yeah. I know Chandel will probably disagree with you because in the sense that she, as a young person and being using the social media platform, do you find it as a distraction, Chandel, or do you think it's more in a way an incentive for people to spread information?
I think that's a great question, King. I think it's a combination. Social media can be very distracting, but at the same time, it's such a powerful tool to get information out there. So I feel like it's just like anything in life, it's how you use it. So if you use it in higher good, you'll be fine. But we cannot deny the fact that this tool can really drain your energy. It can drain your mind. And especially with young people, they're trying to find their identity and place in this world. So it's a great tool to use, but at the same time, you have to have boundaries.
I agree a lot with that. Because basically, I see the kids don't have a life.
Real talk.
We played marble hole, we fly kite, we went fishing, we went hunting, we broke bottles just for breaking bottles' sake. And we went in the neighbor yard, pick his pick his mangoes, pick his fruits, and it was a family affair. Exactly. But now all you see the kids doing basically is just 2 thumbs exercising, and that's about it.
Always on the phone.
That's interesting, and you can see in a way I guess the generational differences, and at the same time we have to get to a point where we accept, all the social media platforms that we now have. Technology is here, man. We can't move away from it. AI is what's coming through now, so it's going to be one of those things where Sylvia, in terms of that and the SMA and education and technology, is that something that the SMA is welcoming? Do you have a technology class? Do you teach any of those media things with current students?
Yes, at SMA, we have embraced technology, and we embrace the part that is beneficial to us. Of course, we do have the distractions. The students love their cell phones and the tablets and so. But at the same time, we try to make them use it in a way that is beneficial to them. We do teach information technology from Form 1 right up to 5th form. By 4th and 5th form, they choose whether they want to do IT, which is information technology, or if they want to do agricultural science, geography, or building technology. And we have a lab, and yes, we have expanded over the years because very kind past student, he doesn't like his name mentioned, but he donated a number of computers, desktops, and so on for us. And there's also a gentleman, every year he comes, he brings one laptop. So this has helped greatly, and we are really grateful. We are really, thankful for that. So yes, we do, and we do have our own. We have an IT a technician who is doing that full time, and we have a website. We have we do our grades, and so we do it online. We have a student information system whereby merits, demerits, whatever, everything, the grades and so are marked, and parents can also see the grades of their children, see whatever homework was sent in. We have the Google Classroom, and so they don't have to call us as much. So when they see a 0 or they see something that shouldn't be there, they'll ask their child to account for it. And so that has helped us greatly. We do, when we have our little, how you call it, Junior Creole, or come as you like. Of course, that goes on, and we have our 4-H club, So yeah, we do embrace technology, and we hope to, get the best out of it and not let it destroy us.
Beautiful.
Sports, as we speak about that, though, is sports still on a high at the SMA?
Yes,
it can never be as much as it was before.
We have
but
sports true enough. We have sports. We do. Sports is compulsory in forms 1 and 2. This is where we lay the foundation. The students learn basketball, cricket, various things. And by form 3, form 4, they get on the school team. So for sports, we have basketball, we have football, we have volleyball, we have cricket, and of course we have chess. We must, smartest men alive, So
there we go.
We do have. So we have that. Last school year, we got the junior championship for basketball and football, and so we don't have, let's say, a teacher designated only for sports. He teaches in the classroom, and in the afternoons he does, they do the training and so on and so on. And we get some help from the Maggie Peters and company, and to help with the football. And so up to yesterday they were doing some work there. in Newtown playing field, a game. And also, as we speak, chess is going on in the school's library with Mr. Carlton Mover. He's volunteering. So it's a lot we do, to make the students well-rounded because we are into preparing our young men for life. Not just for CXC exams, but for life, to make positive contribution in the society.
So I asked that, and Nigel, because with the smartphones and all of that, it can cause you to live, a sedentary lifestyle. And of course, you have information technology, you have sports, so that's good to have them all rounded because that is needed, especially now when we see what is happening. There was a time when sports wasn't a high at all the secondary schools in particular. We had cross country and we had so many big events, but no, you hardly see this. But if the SMA continues to see this as important, way to go. So that's good.
Yes, that balance is so necessary. And as you mentioned, sports, Gary, Vincent Gregor wants to remind you of the good old days of Henneken Batter Pros, Slam Dunk champions.
Hey,
you remember those days, right, Gary?
Yeah, number one. Right. Yeah.
I mean, in terms of basketball, because I know that's your passion as well. Back then, when you were in Granby and playing for Batter Pros and Henneken Pros, and they changed the name as sponsorship changed. What was it like, though, for basketball then in terms of community? Was it something like you would see all Granby coming down to support, all Roseau against Flames and all the other basketball teams? Yeah. What was it like?
Bang! Without a doubt, Granby was the mecca of basketball, I mean, I'm saying that not to be in a form to just tap my shoulder, but in perspective speaking, Granby was one of the few places to have a basketball court, okay. And it was a passion. It was like a family unity because every Sunday there was a basketball match at the church, old church ground, the Catholic church. That's where all the professionals, in parentheses, were born. And not only that, when we came downtown to play, we attracted the crowd. We came with like how many buses? 3, 4, 5 buses, and everybody. It was like a community. It was almost like a kibbutz. You've got the passion, the support. Everybody speaks about basketball. Not only that, I think we are one of the communities where we actually went overseas to play basketball on a number of occasions. I remembered when I made the national team, I was in fifth form. You guys remember that? And then when I moved over to sixth form college, I was not almost, but I was the captain of the sixth form college. Let me tell you what happened. Sometimes little things make a big difference. I remember the year when I came up to the United States, right? I got the opportunity to play international ball in Italy. And I thought of that. And then I said, education, basketball. Education, basketball. And you know what I chose? I chose education because I said my impact being a teacher will have a greater impact on society at large than playing basketball for money and then you play it for a couple of years.
Do you ever regret that?
No, I haven't regretted that because now so I'm changing minds, Yeah. And then the folks who I taught in Granby or Dominica currently here, they still come back to me.
The impact.
Because I created, we are living in a globalized society. So I might have kids from China, I've got kids from Australia, everywhere, because, the US is a melting pot, right? So I've had the opportunity to touch so many ethnicity. It's just amazing. But I could not have done that with playing professional basketball. What I did, though, is I went to we had a program in the school system called whereby you use your talent to go to various areas to teach the kids. So cricket was one and basketball was one. So this is tremendous. This is good vibes because I know when I go to Dominica, How am I known? Hey, Snakey, the basketball player, and guys like you will know that, okay, there's another component to Gary beside basketball, which is education. So that's my legacy I'm just living.
But do you think, Gary, and I'm gonna come to, and we're gonna come to Sylvester and Tarek, do you think that the foundation that you got at SMA was part of your reason for making that choice of choosing education rather than basketball?
Oh, obviously. Because let me tell you something, Nigel. I realized at that time, at that era, education, unfortunately, was selective. You've got the couple high schools, St. Mary's Academy, Convent, and Grammar School, and it was all based on placement, availability of placement. 66, you've got so many kids sitting common entrance, not that they're failing, but you cannot accommodate everybody. Interestingly, and if Michael Davis is listening, because he was in our class, he's now an attorney, it seems like everybody who sat on one of the benches at SMA, had a purpose in life, and I can say the same thing for grammar school or convent high school or any other high school. So what I would like to, my message is if you are attending secondary school or high school currently, make the best use of it, because that's the time your brain, kind of develop. You'll be having so much to take. And unfortunately, I know of a lot of people who didn't get that opportunity to attend high school. Unfortunately, now they have that opportunity. Make the best out of it, because they are the minds that are going to shape the lives of tomorrow. Okay, so SMA sitting there with 32, 34 of us in that class the fifth form. It's just remarkable, because there was that joy, there was that bond, there was that togetherness, and then there was that critical thinking skills from each and every individual who sat on that bench. So that was momentous. That was as a result of the dedication, the passion, and the intellectuals of our teachers instilling on us, young boys, but that's 5 years. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of knowledge. That's a lot of power. And it stays. You can never forget it. It stays.
Nice. I love that. And by the way, Robert Larrock wants to tell you good morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he remember playing with you at SMA, and of course playing against you at Windsor Park and all the rest of it. So
okay.
Yes. And Irma Williams mentioning teacher Gary and what he's done on the field of basketball and education as well. Sylvester, in terms of SMA, and we're going to hear that word a lot today, but in terms of SMA, Sylvester, and the foundation there, do you think also that what happened at SMA laid the foundation for later on for you?
SMA was the engine of my growth. SMA instilled in us the will to succeed, because we had dedicated teachers. And at the time that I went to SMA had just gone through a tumultuous time where they had just gone under that sort of almost SMA revolution. And this Black Power days and so forth. And then Brother Jimin came in with like an iron hand. He did instill and strengthen us to take charge of our destiny. The fact that SMA was key on discipline, there you had your clothes had to be in order, your shoes had to be polished, your shirt had to be buttoned up, otherwise you get a big pinch on your chest to ensure that you follow the rule. And when the teacher sent you down to the principal's office, you're gonna get caned. Like, there was no questioning of why the teacher.
By the way, do you still do caning at SMA? Is that still part?
It is in the books. It is on the books, and we can do it. It is based on the Education Act. It can be done.
Okay.
But we use it as a last resort. We do a lot of talking, but sometimes we do it as a last resort. We do a lot of talking. A lot of talking.
Okay. Yes, I remember quite a few guys got some pinches on their chest for having their shirts open, want to be big man now, Yeah,
You
so
got pinned and you went back to your class.
You went back quite quickly to your class without any problem. When you came
Without any
downstairs and
problem.
you put up. I remember guys used to pad up themselves for the caning, until they decided they were going to get it on your hand now. So you put out your hand and you get your caning and you move on.
We tried all kind of tricks. Sent out of the classroom, we drag our hand on the wall to make sure it get red. Ask the principal secretary for chalk for the teacher and go back with our hands here.
Yes, red, like we got the caning. And
like we got the caning.
Yes.
We tried. Sometimes we succeeded, sometimes we failed.
Yes. I remember us having to jump over the wall by the cemetery there to escape a little, and do certain things that we did at school. Good old days.
Definitely.
Old days at SMA. Tarek, you probably didn't have those days where you had to. By the way, when you had SMA, was caning, was it Brother Jermaine who was principal still, or
we had Brother O'Neill, and then
Elwin Cuthbert, Mr.
Elwin? Yes, Mr. Elwin, yes.
You ever received the caning, Tarek?
No, I never received the caning, but
Tarek was
Mr. Elwin used to cane a lot. I could say that he used to cane guys a lot. Like we would be hanging out by the washrooms after the school bell rings on recess is done. So good days.
Yeah. But one thing I need to say is that growing up, going to high school in the 70s was something special because parents made a sacrifice. Because most of parents didn't go to high school or college or university. They made a sacrifice, especially if you came from the country area. For example, I'm from a family of 9. My mom, my dad, and 9 of us, right? It was a sacrifice to send me to high school because you had to pay the transportation cost on a daily basis. On certain days, when the tourist boats were in port, we had to walk the 3 miles or 5 miles to Point Michel, back to Point Michel. So it was a sacrifice made. So when you went to high school, you were expected to excel.
Yes, that expectation was there, and almost like a burden in the sense that you had to, make sure that the returns from your parents you did well. Tarek, you mentioned something earlier about being the diocesan engineer.
Yes.
Yeah. What does that entail? What is that about?
Well, basically, I look after all the church or the Catholic church's buildings, infrastructure in terms of renovation, in terms of construction, maintenance. So anything to deal in that aspect, that falls under my
Okay. And I guess in one of your visits, you recognize that maybe SMA building probably needed to have some renovation done, right?
Yes. After Hurricane Maria, the Brother German wing suffered significant damage to the roof and the windows also in the top classrooms. So I made with the principal's help, we worked together to try and see how we can fix that, because it's been 7 years roughly since Hurricane Maria, and the school is still in the school still needs repairs right now.
All right, so let's go there, Nigel. Let's go there. Let's talk about this. Let me just remind listeners and viewers as well that we have alumni of the St. Mary's Academy on with us, and also the principal and this lovely daughter of alumnus Gary Moore. And yes, it's all SMA today. And I'm hoping, Nigel, as well, that the Facebook page continues with the comments, because we want to go to the comments as well. But it's really a good thing that people like Tariq Rule and the others are doing. This St. Mary's Academy Alumni Infrastructural Development Fund will go a long way, in really bringing back some glory to the SMA. So let's go there. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how it started. Tariq, you just spoke about your involvement in all of this. But let us talk about the genesis of this, the committee set up. Let us look at these things.
So yes, Sylvia, in terms of that, trying to get that roof and other things done at SMA, as Tarek mentioned, he saw the, idea that this needed to be done. So a committee has been set up to get that going. You want to tell us a little bit more about that committee and how it came about and what they're trying to get done?
Yes. we have a committee that we meet. Well, Alvin Thomas is the coordinator. I'm the recording secretary, and we have various other subcommittees. Now,
as the same Alvin Thomas?
Hello?
Yeah, that's the same Alvin Thomas.
The same Alvin Thomas.
Same Alvin Thomas.
Yes, a graduate of St. Mary's Academy. And so we meet more or less twice a month. So, to put things together and so. And we have subcommittees. One would be the finance, and we have a past student at Aqua Birmingham and company doing with that. We have a marketing and communication subcommittee. We have a technical and engineering committee, an event planning and logistics committee, and we have the volunteering committee. A volunteer committee.
I like how it's structured. So each committee has its own little role to do what they're doing.
Yes, it has its responsibility. Yes, and of course, well, I am there. They say administration and recording secretary and whatever else. So I'm happy to be. I am blessed among men. Put it that way. I have a very nice working team.
Tariq, you were one of those who looked at the roof and recognized that, and stuff needed to be. How bad is that? What? Well,
the roof it's in a pretty bad state, and the principal can speak to more on that in terms of one or two of the classrooms had to be condemned because of the constant leaking that is taking place on the roof. So it's in a pretty bad state right now, and with the principal's help and the committee, we are trying to raise funds to renovate it right now.
Okay, beautiful. I like that. I like the fact that we're trying to, and I'm saying we as SMA, we're trying to make sure that we can continue that legacy of education, and especially because it's a brother Egbert Jermaine's wing as well. And of course, we all know what brother Jermaine has done for SMA and done for education on a whole. In Dominica. Sylvester, you're part of that committee. What role do you play? In that committee?
I'm on the finance committee. The idea basically is that it's time that SMA graduates give back, right? Because we went through SMA. We promoted ourselves through SMA. We grew, and our growth depended on the skills that we acquired at SMA. We are in the process of asking individuals to give back, make a commitment to assist SMA to put a new roof on the building so that the mission of SMA can continue. So basically, we're in the process of we need to raise the cost about $480,000 to repair the roof, because it's a roof that has been on for almost 20 years. It was damaged by the hurricane, and it's got to be repaired.
So you're kind of calling on SMA past students, parents, relatives, those who are associated in any way with SMA. That please for all of them, right?
That's very true.
Okay. In terms of Gary, your involvement in the committee, how you got to be involved in that?
Yeah, it's funny because basically I think I had a class that day when I got a phone call, so I checked my phone. So I said, okay, I'm gonna rush to see, because I know Michael Davis, my buddy, and your buddy also. So during recess, I went outside, I went to my car, I checked the email, and then he said, Gary, call me right now. SMA needs you. I said, oh my gosh, they gave me a job there. I've got a contract. Are you hearing? Okay.
Oh yes, we're hearing you. We're hearing you, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So, and then he was to the point. I said, I've got like 15 minutes because I've got to go to another class to get some kids. So he just told me, get in contact with Thomas Alvin, and then from there is a committee, and whether I would like to join that committee, I said without a doubt. I have to be on that committee. So basically, that's what happened.
By the way, Gary,
it was an impromptu time, but at the same time, I just seized the opportunity to really be, part of something substantial.
Okay. By the way, Gary Moore, a former student of yours, is also telling you hello, good morning. Dr. Nadia Packet Anselm. She said you taught her primary school.
Oh, wonderful.
So she's sending a shout out to you.
Yes, and by the way, I want to check your phone as well. A message was sent to you. The producer says,
but of course.
Yes, yes.
If you ain't gonna say
next
no,
time,
I don't say no.
Next time it ring, next time it ring, she'll answer.
Yeah.
So we'll take that call from him in a few.
Yes,
a few calls coming through. Mm-hmm. In terms of Tarek, the structure of the building and the fact that it needs to be repaired and so on. How are we going about trying to get that done?
Yeah.
Well, we have an estimate that was done. We have a contractor, Mr. Brian Charles, who has worked with the Catholic Church on many different projects. So he is the contractor who is going to work on the roof. The technical committee, with the help of Brian Charles, we put together the estimate to do the roof. And with this committee, the alumni committee, we are basically trying to raise funds to help repair the roof, which will include the windows, the ceiling, the electricals, and to make it stronger. We want to do things in a way that it can last for another 30, 40 years. And that is the mental mindset we have right now.
And he said the windows, Nigel, and I'm thinking of SMA windows because, as I told you, I used to do classes at SMA in the afternoon. Does SMA still have the same windows?
Louver windows.
Window. I'm asking that if I don't know. I know you know. I just want you to say because that's a signature of the SMA. These louver windows. So yes, okay, I was kind of distracted there, but yes, Nigel, I think it's really a good effort, a good initiative being undertaken by the students, past students of the SMA.
And as you mentioned, what the good thing about this is that although it's SMA because it's for SMA, but we all recognize other people and other groups who continue to use SMA for different things. So although it's just for SMA, but we've all had some kind of association with SMA, whether it's going there for afternoon classes, whether it's going there for meetings. So although it's SMA in terms of, SMA students, and it's going to benefit the students directly, but the impact is going to be felt across.
Yeah, definitely.
I
want to bring in Chandel more though, Nigel, because I mean,
yes. How do you
feel about all of this? Chandel, you're listening to the discussion. Yeah, of course, it's a good cause that the SMA is undertaking. How do you feel about all of this? Especially considering that your father went to that school.
Absolutely. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think like on the highest level of consciousness, everything is connected. I wouldn't be here without my dad. I wouldn't be the woman that I am today without my parents' sacrifices, right? So the fact that my dad had such a strong foundation from this school is instrumental in even the development of myself as well. So if I can use the resources that I have with this cause, that's what life is truly about. You know what I'm saying? It's all about us using our gifts, our talents, and our resources to make this world a better place. So I thank you, Dad, for, your sacrifices and also going to this school and having that strong foundation of education, personal development, and community, because it's all connected and being the person that I am. It's amazing to see everything all connected.
It's good for me as well, Chandel, that you, from what I'm hearing, we can almost feel certain that you'll be using your platform as best as you can to
yes. That's why I'm here, King. Absolutely. So I will definitely be promoting it across social media. If there's any events to get involved with, if you guys need any media work, videos, all of that stuff, Motivational More can definitely help assist you guys in that development. So I'm excited.
I love that. And how did it come about, Motivational More? How did you come up with that?
Ooh, that is such a good question. Okay, so I've been calling myself Motivational More for years, even before I started my company, right? Going back to everything in life is connected. So I've always had a passion for motivation, creativity, entertainment, and I used to speak at different schools. I used to always do motivational speaking. And I remember it was time to renew my deal. Right. And I was having anxiety, even though I loved my job. I was very blessed. I hosted a show. I was a creative producer. I was a reporter. God told me I have to jump. And I truly believe when God tells you to do something, you have to do it.
Beautiful.
And I decided to take a leap of faith, and I said, I am going to start this company that's leveraging my creative properties with a motivational aspect. Because in our world today, there's all different types of entertainment, but I want to create positive entertainment, inspirational entertainment, real entertainment, motivational entertainment. So that's how Motivational Morse, was founded.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
I want you see again why we have to connect you from the separate.
Absolutely.
Separate
We got to do another interview.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. We have a call on the line, Nigel. Let's take this call. It could be.
Let's take this call.
Connecting the dots. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Hey.
Oh, hey. Like I said,
Nula.
Good morning. Good morning, Yvonne and Nigel. Just want to lend my voice to the discussion this morning and connecting the dots. I'm so pleased with what I've heard so far as an SMA old boy myself, and part of this group helping to initiate this project for our alma mater. I just want to lend my voice and say to all our SMA alumni out there to get involved, get on board, and also to the women too. Ivona, the SMA boys, had a thing going with the girls. The boys love the girls from the various schools. I won't mention schools.
Yeah, so
we call on the ladies out there as well to lend the support. But so far so good. I'm pleased with what I've been hearing so far on the program.
Are you? So you all are what? Calling on all old boys, Alvin? Are you a part of this?
Absolutely. Yes, I am part of this group. Putting this thing together. So it's an appeal to all the old boys all over. This school has been in existence for 92 years. So that's a long time. And we've had many men pass through the halls of St. Mary's Academy. So they're all over. They're in the United States, North America, Canada, UK, Dominica, you name it. It would take an entire program to name the persons who have passed through the halls. I mean, you have right next to you have Nigel. Yeah. And many others. So I'm appealing to all the SMA boys to jump on board and let's make this happen.
Okay, all right. Good initiative, man, Alvin. And I know once you're in this, wow, it's serious business. Let's make this happen.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you.
All right.
So SMA, St. Mary's boy, let's go forward marching again.
Okay, you don't have to say the SMA again. Eh? That's all right.
All
right, Nigel.
Yes.
All right, take care.
Take care, man. All right, all the best.
SMA for you. But hey, thanks for connecting and calling. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, certainly. Anytime. All right, all the best. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right.
Yes. So Sylvia, this project is on. This committee has been formed. Trying to restore that roof and do other things in relation to SMA. How can people get involved? Is there like a way they can make contributions? Is there a contact? What's happening?
Okay. Well, at present we do have an account set up at NBD for receiving donations, but we are also setting in the process of getting the more banking user ID, and so it is taking a little time, but we are almost there, I should say, because up to yesterday we were able to hand in the certificate of exemption saying that we are a non-profit organization. So therefore we will be able to get that done. We have to register with the financial services unit.
So if there's someone in Dominica right now who says, man, I want to make sure I make my contribution, can they go to NBD on Monday and do that?
Yes, I can. It's Alumni Infrastructural
Development Fund?
Development Fund?
Yeah, Development Fund, yes. So they can do that. But we'll be putting out some more information on that. So that when they go, they have the exact, thing, so there's no mix-up.
All right.
We will also be putting it, on the website. We'll even be putting it on the school notice board and so on. So if anybody wants to do that, they can do it.
There's another caller, Nigel. Let's take this caller. Hello.
Go ahead, take the call.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Ivan and Nigel. I usually listen on every Saturday, but today is special to me
Wow.
I want to know. I'm not an
That
SMA
voice
student.
sounds familiar though. But anyway.
I'm a guinea pig. I'm one of the guinea pigs, experimental students of the Granby Secondary School.
Ah, okay. All
So
right.
technically, I'm a product of SMA because Teacher Gary Moore went to the SMA and he impacted a lot of us.
Nice.
We started the Granby Secondary School in 1988.
Okay.
So I'm getting goosebumps all now, so goosebumps all now. So it is a special program to me.
Okay.
So he and the other teachers, we had a cadre of, in those days, back in the 80s, in your times, in the 70s, in the 60s, early 90s, we had very dedicated teachers, persons who taught with a passion, not just about the salary. They were parents, they were doctors, they were educators, they were counselors. So we had a good cadre of teachers. So listening to the program this morning, I also want to advise our young persons, our workforce now, nurses, custom officers, police officers. I've known many police force. I retired from the police force after 22 years service. I would just want to advise these young persons, the teachers of today. I mean, yeah, we have needs, we have bills to pay, yes. But that should not be the basis. We should have something in our heart to help our fellow human beings. And that's how we're going to achieve positivity in life. That's how our nation, our world is going to develop into a place of love, peace, and our children in the future will be better leaders. Because if now the teachers who are teaching, the nurses, the doctors, the police officers, the fire officers, the custom officers, the farmers, the fishermen, they are not doing it with the passion of wanting to see a future generation one step higher, and another one a further step higher, everything will be in vain. So do it with a passion, guys. Okay, or the workforce of today, I'm appealing to them. Work your respective jobs with a passion for human life. So I'm listening. Great program, and I listen to Saturday.
Thanks for your
Thank you for the
I
program.
love this. See what
Appreciate
the
that.
SMA program has
man.
brought I love this. Yes.
Yes.
Smartest man alive,
How
Nigel.
do you feel? How do you feel, Chandel, when you hear people calling in and on the Facebook page and so on, talking about the impact your dad has had on them?
I mean, it's amazing. It's truly amazing, and it shows you the power of leadership. It shows you the power of humanity and service and giving back. And the interesting thing about this journey of life is that this realm is all temporary, right? So when we transition, what do we really want to leave behind? A lot of times we can get caught up in, the materialistic aspect of life or status or all of that. But at the end of the day, that's just an illusion. How you served, how you gave back, the kindness, that's way more important. So to hear people calling in and acknowledging my dad, and it happens to me all the time. I'll be somewhere and they're like, your dad changed my life. Your dad inspired me. And it's such a beautiful thing because humanity is so important to me. And as the older that I get as a woman, I start to just look at life as a whole different perspective. But that had a lot to do with my dad, the way that he thinks, his sacrifices, his mindset. And one of the most important things, Dad, that I thank you for is that you really always told me just to be myself, regardless. He always told me just be you. And having strong leaders in the community makes such a profound difference on our quality of life. So Dad, keep being you. You truly are a leader in so many ways.
Nice. I love that. I love the connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk.
Definitely so.
Let's go.
But so, Sylvester, in terms of those who are probably not in Dominica and want to contribute, the SMA students and anybody associated with, and anybody who loves education, man, honestly, although this is SMA, but I think it's bigger than SMA. I think it's to ensure that as a community, as a country, we can have that going. So for those who want to contribute outside, any plans on how they can probably start getting to do this later on and so on?
Right now, we are in the process of setting up a 501c company, which basically is a not-for-profit company, whereby the bank account will be open and contributions can be made directly to the SMA not-for-profit. We are in the process of organizing a Zelle account that individuals can use Zelle to transfer their transfers to this account, and from this account, the monies will be passed on to SMA.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Nigel, I don't know,
So
the calls are coming in. I'm going to put on another call.
calls are coming in.
Yes.
And one thing to say is that many hands make light work. Small contributions fill the basket. So with the number of people that's out there, the burden will be less if everybody make a contribution.
Okay.
You want to take that call, or the person left us?
Yes, the person should be on. Hello.
Hi, good morning to all. Former SMA alumni as well, and with the likes of same timing like Nigel and Gary Moore, etc. I just want to make an appeal to my fellow alumni to step forward. I hear that the target amount is $400,000.
That's not even much.
That is $1,000 from 400 students.
Wow.
That is $500 from 800 students. While I may not be able to do $500 today, I can certainly do 5 payments of $100 over 5 months. All right? So something to think about. I think we should try to motivate our alumni to not necessarily force you strain yourself on a big lump sum one time, but a certain amount over a period of, and it's easy these days because you can just set up your banking thing to do a monthly transfer, right? In the past, it was not that easy like we did when we did the Belgian wing. So I just want to encourage the thought of targeting alumni to do X amount over X period, 4 months or 6 months or whatever. I certainly am willing to do $100 until the end of the project, and I'm putting my money on that. So it's just a suggestion that I may not be able to do $1,000 now, but I can do 5 payments of $200 over 5 months, kind of thing. Just a suggestion.
All right, I love this.
I would definitely appreciate that suggestion. I mean, it's one of the ways in which you can make your contribution. Like you said, it doesn't have to be a lump sum. Whether it's $50 every week or whether it's $100 a month.
Yeah, lump sums are more difficult unless you're loaded. You know what I mean? With extras in the back.
Oh yes.
It's just
So I mean, spread it over the period of time, and as Sylvester mentioned as well. I mean, little by little, we'll fill that basket.
Yep.
All right, Nigel. All right, see you guys.
Thank you.
The need is urgent because we are hoping to be able to raise that fund so that in the new school term, the new school year, that the activities will take place to ensure that the building is repaired. So basically, we're trying to see if we can raise these funds at least by June of next year.
Beautiful. Is there a way in which people can get the information? Is there like a Facebook page? Is there a website? Is there any way in which they can get more information if they wanted to get information? Anybody can lead us to that? They probably going to say, but Nigel, you only committee, you're supposed to answer that. But yes, there is a way. So of course, the various social media pages are being set up right now. Media platforms are being set up right now. So Miguel is right now in the process of almost hitting that switch to say, okay, here's where you can go. So Miguel, I know you're on the Facebook page. So if you can put that information there in the chat as to how people can log on to get more information. We're happy we have Chandel with us here that can help us as well in terms of promotion. So it'd be nice you can connect and let them know at some point when everything is together how they can get that information. We appreciate that too.
Absolutely.
All right. So that committee is meeting, and Tarek, in terms of that building right now, a pressing need. Can the building sustain for another year or two, or is it something that, I said the building, the roof and so on, or is it something that probably needs to get done within the year or within 2 years? What's the time frame for that?
I would say within a year, it should be done. It should be renovated because we have a very unpredictable hurricane season every year, and with global warming, it's getting worse and worse. I would hate to see that another Hurricane Maria comes and the roof is not up. So I think it's in our best interest that if we could get it done within a year, That would be the best part because you cannot. Hurricane season is just very unpredictable, and you do not want to take a chance.
There's another caller, Elijah Leo, as an SMA old boy. You want us to take it?
Yeah, man, take the call.
Hello. Okay, we lost that caller. You can always call
it wasn't somebody from the SMA that was calling. If they were calling, they would stay on the line. So yeah, definitely within the year, we want to get this done and sort it out. Sylvia, in terms of local contributions and so on, we mentioned the NBD account. Is there like a contact they can have if somebody wants to contribute? Can they contact you directly? Is there somebody else in Dominica that's on the committee they can talk to?
Yes, there are other members besides myself in Dominica. We also have one of the staff members, Mr. Cordell Lazar. Let me put him properly, Dr. Cordell Lazar. And he is on the committee as well. He's one of the signatories of the account. And of course, we have Deacon Jeffers Paul, who is our vice principal. He can also be contacted with that is concerned. Or if you want to walk into SMA and whatever, because people have done so, and we just put that towards the that account that is already set up. And we have or even Steve Astafan, he is one of the signatories to the account as well. And it's easy. I'm always available day and night.
Yeah. And if they cannot find you or Steve or Cordell, they can always check Ivona because she's part of that in the sense of association with us.
Yes.
Yes.
She could lead them and lead them.
Yes. I just put Ivona in the film.
Yeah, but of course. Of course.
By the way, yes, Miguel also mentioned here that, and of course, those of you following the Facebook page, you can see that as well. But you can for more information, you can get that on the Facebook page, which is SMA Alumni Fund. There's also the Instagram page you can get as well, LinkedIn as well. On the YouTube, SMA Alumni Fund. There's an email as well, smalumnifund@gmail.com. So we have all those. We'll keep repeating those for that contribution. Yeah. And together with Chandel, we will make sure that we can have that social media platform blasted out in such a way that the information can be shared and received. So Tarek is saying within a year that we probably need to get this done. Is it just the roof, or I think you had mentioned windows, doors, ceiling fans? It's like a complete project, right?
It's a complete project where you have to, if we're doing the roof, then we need to also do the windows, because some of the windows, a lot of them got damaged also by Hurricane Maria, and these need to be replaced and repaired. So we're going to do the roof, we're doing the ceiling, we're doing the electrical. So it's basically like a complete job, yeah.
And that should be done easily, Nigel. I think all old boys of SMA, just chip in, just put in something into this. So many old boys of the St. Mary's Academy, Nigel, and all of them. Yes. So Nigel, of course the onus is on you to inform all your old boys. I know you're doing this already, especially your year and the other years as well. So we have quite a few at DBS as well. I think we have Miguel.
And we call in the old girls as well, and the old families.
That too.
Yes. So even at DBS,
at DBS, we have Cecil, we have Miguel, we have Gavin, we have Wadix, we have quite a few.
Gavin, Wadix, Cecil, all those who pass through the doors of SMA. That's your time, and all those who involve in other associations too. You know what I mean? I'm Daryl Bob. I'm going to call you out because I spoke to you. So the Bob as well, and Jacko, and all those who pass through the doors. This is your chance to make your contribution.
And we have Joseph Fadul at DBS as well. I had to mention
Joseph Fadul as well at DBS. Not sure for Dr. Miggs.
Yes, I think Miguel is an old boy.
I have to back on a Zoom meeting.
Yes. So all those who pass through the doors, this is your opportunity to contribute to that fund and get the roof and the windows and everything going. We need you.
Yeah.
And don't be short of ideas if there are other ways in which you feel that stuff can be done, or other activities that you feel can happen to make this happen. Let it happen. Sylvia, in the meantime, has it affected where the students are having their classes? Have we had to have a temporary shift to other places?
Before you answer, Mrs. John Baptist, let's just take this caller. Hello.
Hi, Ivona. I didn't mean to call back, but
It's
I just
okay, it's
wanted
all right.
to. I just wanted to mention as well that this is being developed in a long-term sustainable manner, meaning that the roof is the immediate need now to get the roof done, but the intention is to be able, alumni of SMA, to provide that support to the school throughout. And that is the reason why we have established this fund. We're establishing a 501c in the U.S. We will have a U.S. account attached to that. And we also have the development fund set up at the National Bank in Dominica. So obviously, as time goes by and there are needs in the school, various needs, various infrastructural development, education, whatever it is, that SMA Old Boys will be there to support the school moving forward.
That's what
so
like
this is not just a one-time thing. It's a long-term, sustainable initiative.
I love this, Nigel.
Well said, well said, well said.
Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, Tarek, someone wants to find out.
Thank you, Alvin.
Would the roof and what they're asking there, would the roof and other repairs built to withstand future catastrophic hurricanes?
Yes. So the idea is that if we're going to renovate, we're going to renovate better than what was there. So the idea is that we are going to put, for example, we're going to use 22 gauge galvanized sheets. The standard for general roofs is 24 gauge, and we're going to use 22, so it's a thicker, heavier material that will last a lot longer. So yes, it may cost a little bit more, but it's worth the length and the duration. So that is the idea. We're trying to build as strongly as possible so that we could last a long time.
And Tariq, I'm guessing that you would have looked at the structural integrity of the building itself, look at the supporting beams and all of that.
Yes. And all of that is pretty much intact in the Brother Jimmy's wing. It's more just the roof that got impacted by Hurricane Maria.
Okay, all right. Interesting.
So yes, and Sylvia, just before we got, you were talking about in terms of the temporary arrangements that you probably would have had to have made because of that.
Yeah, so we are one classroom short. We have generally about 15 or 16 classrooms that we have because of that this end classroom, which is WA4 on the third floor. This is the one that was heavily impacted. So we have a lot of leaking and so on taking place. The ceiling is gone, and it's really bad. So we had to shut it down because even for public health purposes, we could not put students in that anymore. So we really need that extra classroom because it means that we have to take in maybe less students because the number multiplies as we go on. So we're hoping that if we have that, we will be able to be in a better position because we have to use something we have to use now, the lab, the chemistry lab now as a classroom to do some certain classes and use the library, So it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but we're trying to work with what we have until we get what we want or need.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yes, and that's why we're calling on the old boys and all those associated with SMA and associated with education. That this is the opportunity to get this going. Gary, you gonna come back and play some basketball at SMA at some point? That's it for you. You done with that?
Yeah, anytime. It's funny. I think I might be the only guy my age playing basketball. Yeah, I've got a gym to myself every day. So that's why I go early in the morning before classes. I said, wow, that's funny.
You still have those snaky moves? You still have the moves you go in?
But I'm not doing the snaky move. I'm an outside shooter.
Oh, you're outside shooter now.
I like that.
but even in terms of that, though, Gary, I mean, we're talking about the roof and and trying to get the roof sorted and everything else.
Yeah.
But even for those who might have been part of the sports section of it and played basketball, and I'm sure you'd probably want to call on them as well to make their contribution and assist in this project, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And Nigel, I just want to go back to what Alvin said when he called, is that yes, that's the immediate need right now, but that doesn't mean to stop there. So there are other needs at the school, and this committee will continue to ensure that they give back to the SMA. So that's what I love about this.
Yes, yes, and that's the whole idea behind it. You know, what I mean, to make sure that level of contribution continues. I know we kind of coming towards the end of the program, you know, and so Tarek, in terms of, we always like to ask our guests in terms of this program, connecting the dots, where we try to connect with Dominicans and those associated Dominicans throughout the world. What's your take on this particular program?
I think it's a great program. It has highlighted the need of the school. It has reconnected people and given people a way that they can give back to the school that has given so much to them. So I think it's a great program. It's a great initiative, and I'm 100% in support of it.
Okay.
All right. So on behalf of Ivona, thank you for that.
I would like to hear from the communication specialist as well, though, Chantel, more in terms of a program like this. You know, what is the feeling? How do you feel about a program like this, Chantel?
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what everyone is doing. It's amazing to learn the background information. Also, having the whole community come together and seeing past students, you know, people who are connected to the organizations or who are connected to the school. And I'm excited to see the good work that we're going to produce in the future. So I'm all about it. Phenomenal.
Let me put the SMA old boys on the spot, including you, Nigel.
Yeah.
Can you sing the first verse of your school song?
I'm going off camera for a while. Somebody come and check me.
Well, Tarek should remember, but I mean, all of you should say, "Come on, let's do this." I know it. I know the SMA school song. Remember that. Remember Nigel?
But of course you know
was
the
there,
song.
so I know
Why
the song by heart.
like that?
But I think you all should at least. If you don't want to sing it, recite it.
I agree, Queen.
Let's go.
I agree.
Let's go.
Put your words up and then we
Where's
can read
Gary?
it for Telepractor.
Principal, you ready for us to sing?
Little thing.
Yes. I'll join you all even.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, we're going after 3.
2, 3. Then
Praise from
But Jerry,
to thee all
we should have practiced the song first.
We raise you
Christ to glory by thy name
where
we
we
to
we owe allegiance. Abroad we spread
thy
the
name.
world be praised.
Praise thee,
Proud to bear thy name.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, Papa.
A little faster.
Loving mother, trusting patron, guide us to Ave, Ave, Mater Dei, sing we now in accent.
Saint
Mary's alma mater, on high glory soar.
Let's go.
Saint Mary's
men go forth to
begin to
praise
praise
evermore.
All right, very good.
Y'all make me singing bass below bass, Lord
A for effort. Let's go.
Yeah.
I know that's right. A for effort. Yeah.
Quickly, we take that final call. Hello.
Really?
Yes, quickly.
What
Let's.
you mean?
Hi, Ronnie Thomas.
Yes, an alumni of our SMA. I had the opportunity to attend the most prestigious or illustrious school in Dominica, and it gave me an opportunity as well to see myself being a successful. I claim myself to be a successful person in life. It handed me that gavel to pave my path, and more so, it gave me that spiritual direction. But most commonly, my better days in school was at SMA, especially my last 3 years. The teachers, students, collab, social events, sports, where I excelled greatly. And I'm calling it today to make that special appeal to all SMA old boys, near and far, wherever you are. If you are not listening, get the vibes, because I'm sharing the vibes from even before that program has been launched. But I want to say one thing before I get off the air. To all the old boys who attended school that SMA, that illustrious school, in the 60s and up to probably the 70s. My deceased mom, Ursula Bunch, sold goodies at SMA, baked coconut cheese and tablet, a hallmark and staple in Dominica. She was more profoundly known as Miss Marie. And a lot of guys owed my mother, took credit, and still owing my mother. I am launching that appeal. Please don't forget the address. Even if she's dead, she's still looking because she's right at the back of SMA.
So just give it to the fund.
Send that payment to the infrastructural
development fund.
Repair, roof repair development. Yeah. Yes. Please, if you don't want to be identified, just make that pledge and send my mother's money to that fund. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. Listen, it was nice connecting with you guys. Nice connecting with you, Chantel. Nice connecting with you, Sylvia, and sharing and having that information being out there. Again, there's all the different media platforms you can get the information and make your contribution. There's an account at NBD. There's one being set up here in the US as well. So thanks for connecting with us and for sharing. Every Saturday we do this. Ivona and myself, we do this every Saturday 9:30. So log on LinkedIn and see how best we can continue sharing that information.
On the line, you have 1 minute or less.
1 minute on the line.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, this is Mike. This is Michael Davis. I just heard the call for paying up for all the bakes and cheese and whatnot, and the coconut.
You're
cheese.
one of those, Chacha.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, one of those. I do. I'm gonna send that immediately. Because this was the best bakes and cheese ever. Okay, and I'm telling you, SMA days was the greatest days of our lives. So let's do this.
Right.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it better. We're gonna make it greater. All right.
I love this.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys.
Thank you, man.
All right, appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, passing word, Sylvia.
Well, I must say how pleased I am, and I'm thankful to God for the day when this group of pastors decided to come together and help to get this done, because we've tried many things. We tried to do raffle, we tried to do collections, but this project was bigger than we thought. It is not it's not a patchwork. It is a real, a comprehensive repair. And I'm thankful for the support of the past students. It means a lot to us at SMA. And the students will also, and the parents will be grateful for that as well. I thank you for the, giving back. And I myself will give back, or continue to give back, because SMA got me a good husband. So I must say, thank you.
I love that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good fathers, good husbands, good brothers. I must say, I thank God. God bless SMA.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ivona. And also, I don't want to forget, people who paved the way for us in the past, starting with our founder, Blessed Edmund Rice, and the Christian brothers and the past principals who worked tirelessly to bring SMA to what it is today. So we are building on the solid foundation laid by them. And we thank God for them. And may God bless our efforts and the work of our hands.
All right.
Amen.
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 Beautiful.
All right.
Yes,
we have come to the end. We have another program
that
on
time
right
again.
now. We'll give you all another time, sometime, next year, God willing, before June, right? Before June.
Oh yes. And of course, we'll continue giving updates.
Right,
next Saturday we'll have another update for you in terms of the accounts being set up and how people can make those contributions.
Yeah.
So, as always, my dear, nice connecting. Link up again next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll do it again next time. Chantel, we'll give you your dates, okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, you take care. Okay then.
Blessings.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, everybody, man.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Major mistake.